What up? This your boy Cole with Cole Cowboy Sports Report, where I bring you the latest and greatest content of the Dallas Cowboys. And if you have not, please like, subscribe, share this content, comment in this content. I would love to know your feedback. So, with this content, I'm just bringing up the obvious debate that's been going on between, Cowboy Nation, a lot of Dak haters, a lot of Dak apologists, and just a lot of just Cowboy haters, period. So I just wanted to address this because it's always being brought up in every cowboy debate. And I'm gonna be real. I am a Dak apologist, but I also like to bring up the facts as well. So, did Dak make Coop's career or did Coop make Dak's career? In my opinion, I think that they just gelled together perfectly. Um Amari Cooper is a good, good receiver. He's a great route runner. And what he brought to the table for the Cowboys was good, very good. I mean, he helped Dak out a lot because everybody can go by saying, and this, I'm mostly hearing a lot of Eagle fans, talk about that because they're scared of Dak. Dak cooks them. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. And they like to use that as an excuse now since Coop is gone. They feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, Dak Prescott not gonna be as good because before Coop he was struggling. I'm gonna do the breakdown because now people just talk out of the side of their neck on stuff instead of looking at the numbers as well. So, as far as the numbers, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and just break down, you know what I'm saying, what's been going on in Dak Prescott's career. Just bear with me 1 second. Here we go. Okay. So, with Dak Prescott's career, as you can see, his rookie season, 2016, he had a completion percentage of 68.8. He threw for 3,667 yards, 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, QB rating of 104.9. Now, this is highest QB rating of his career. Amari Cooper was not on the team that season. I believe his wide receivers was Cole Beasley, Dez Bryant, Terrence Williams. Of course, he had a great offensive line, and he had Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott had a wonderful breakout season, too. So a lot of good pieces surrounded Dak Prescott. But people will make the argument, well, Dak Prescott had that. So, you know what I'm saying? He was straight. But look at how many interceptions he threw. He threw for 4 interceptions. He only threw 4 interceptions. As a rookie, that was a fourth round pick that wasn't even supposed to start. He was like fourth on the depth chart, and he worked his way up. He was an MVP candidate that year. And, people just never gave him the props. We can look at 2017. Now, this is the thing. This is Dak's second season. Ezekiel Elliott, that's the year he was suspended for 4 games. For 6 games. He had a completion percentage of 62.9. His yards, the passing yards was 3,324 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. And he had a QB rating of 86.6. That's his lowest that he has like his whole entire career. 2017 was a hard season for Dak. That was around the time where they did miss the playoffs. They were still in the thick of it, but they missed it. They came short. But that wasn't all on Dak. The offense was still moving. The offense was still moving. It was just a lot of stuff that was just not gelling, in his favor. But they won a good amount of games. They were just short. Just one of those, and it was his second season. He was still developing. So I think it's kind of unfair for a second year quarterback that had a tremendous rookie year. I mean, a sophomore slump will happen. 2018. Now, this is the magical year right here. In 2018, Dak Prescott threw for, I mean, he had a completion rate of 67.7, threw for 3,885 yards, 22 touchdowns, the same amount of touchdowns he had in 2017. His interceptions dropped to just 8 interceptions, and his QB rating was 96.9. They went to the playoffs that year. He won a playoff game. Now, in the beginning of that season, he was struggling. And you know what I'm saying, with that, I mean, he was struggling. He had wide receivers because this is when they let Dez go. He had wide receivers like Cole Beasley. Terrence Williams was in the lineup, I think, shoot, not even really half of the season, like the beginning of the season. He had Allen Hurns. He had what's that dude name? Deontay Thomas. He had him, and Michael Gallup was a rookie. Then Coop came, and Coop went on ahead, he had his number one receiver. So out of all those receivers that I just named before Coop, which one of them is a number one? I'll wait. Of course, in 2019, Dak Prescott actually has his best numbers. His best numbers. His completion rate was is lower. It's a little it's a little lower, but it's kind of like middle of the pack, so it's not too bad. But he threw for 4,902 yards. That's the most that he thrown his whole entire career. And he also threw for 30 touchdowns, but he did throw 11 interceptions, 97.9. But hey, those are still pretty good numbers. And he had Coop in there too. Then he would have had an amazing, what I'm saying, record stat on 2020. But in 2021, he had great numbers in 2021. 68.8 completion rate, 4,449 yards. That's all. I mean, he had very productive. He missed a game too that season. He didn't play against the Vikings. So just imagine if he would have played that game, he would have had his career high in yards. He threw for 37 touchdowns. He threw 10 interceptions. QB rating of 104 yards and 1.4.2 rating. My bad. So, I mean, we give Dak so much, what I'm saying, crap. Oh, Dak, what I'm saying? He only good because Amari Cooper and all that stuff. So I decided to go on ahead, do a little digging. Let me go up here and see what I can pull up about Amari Cooper. Bear with me 1 second. Let me go on ahead and pull up Amari Cooper's stats. Here you go. All right. So here's Amari Cooper's stats. And this is before he went to the Cowboys. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is Amari Cooper stats. Amari Cooper, his rookie year, and don't get me wrong, Amari Cooper's a good wide receiver. I mean, in 2015, he started off as wide receiver one, along with Michael Crabtree. And what I'm saying, of course, he had 72 receptions, 1,070 yards. His average 14.9. You know what I'm saying? He had a good rookie season. And then in 2016, that's when the Raiders had that good run in the playoffs. I mean, they made it to the playoffs, but they had a great run that season. He had, what I'm saying, this was actually that was that's like his second best season. But look at 2017. Now Dak had a bad season 2017. Look at Amari Cooper's yards in 2017. 680 yards for the career he played. I believe he missed about 2 games. I'm not gonna knock him down that hard because I think he missed like 2 games that season. But man, 680 yards, that's still low. So he was a world beater, you know what I'm saying? 2015, 2016. But in 2017, he hit the brick wall. They traded him. He revived his career. Listen, he revived his career and started hitting those thousands again. So combined yards in 2018 and with the Cowboys and the Raiders, I believe it's like 1001 yards. So he came blasting with the Cowboys. 2019, you know what I'm saying? He had some great numbers. That was actually his career high in yards. It was 2019. 2020, that's when he had to play with three different, quarterbacks. And in 2021, but thanks to politics with the Cowboys front office, they just snubbed him those yards. So what I'm trying to say is they made each other's careers. They both gelled together. And excuse me for the long video. I know I didn't do a complete great breakdown because I was basically, as my boy Law Nation say, building the plane while I was in the air. But I just want to show the numbers. Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper just gelled together. It was nobody better than the other. Every good quarterback needs a good number one wide receiver. Dak Prescott didn't have a good number one wide receiver in the beginning of 2018. He still had good productive numbers in 2017. Now people will would get on Dak. He can't handle, what I'm saying? He can only do like, regular season stuff. He can't do, be the guy, that can go and win the big game. And hey, you can have that. But don't say that Dak's trash and Amari Cooper made his career. That don't make sense. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Again, like, subscribe, and share this content, and go Cowboys.